All right, captains. So tonight, as mentioned in the title, we are going to be looking at the United Earth Defense Vessel UES Dumbo. Right now, I'm on Tribble, and I wanted to test this out because, as I mentioned in my previous review of the blog, the seating here is very interesting to me. The ship itself, I'm sorry, I can't. I see Dumbo. There's the trunk, there's the alien eyes, there's the ears flying, and even from the side it looks like it. Like there's the eyes. So, but I was interested in the performance of this. So huge shout out to Spencer for giving me this on Tribble. What we're going to do is go over the build, stations, DOFs, and then take it out to Elite Argala. See how she does. Because actually I like having two tactical commanders slots and one of them being a command. So let's go over the weapons and equipment here. So nothing too different from what I've been running before. So again, we got the enhanced biomolecular photon torpedo, the Delphic distortion torpedo, the neutronic torpedo, and the dark matter quantum torpedo, also known as the Fatal Four for meta-torp builds. Deflector, we have the Elite Fleet Innovation Protomatter Deflector, the prevailing innervated impulse engines, the Mycela Harmonic Matter Antimatter Core, and Tilly's review pending modified shield. For our aft weaponry, we have all mines, starting with the modulating competition mine launcher, the Thoron infused quantum mine launcher, the Tetria mine launcher, and the Black Ops mine launcher. Devices, we just went with Kobayashi Maru, some Torp Candy, and Temporal Negotiator. For the consoles, we are going to be using this console that it came with, which is the Mobile Defense Net, just to show it off. Everything else is standard in terms of meta consoles, so the binaural infusion circuits, ferrofluid hydraulic assembly, the ordnance accelerator, dynamic power redistributor module, also known as a DPRM, a point defense bombardment warhead, the locator, opening salvo to take down shields, and then 3 locators for torpedoes. Stations wise, this is what we went with. We'll go left to right, top down, FA and cannon scatter volley to proc back-to-back torp spreads paired with the ETM trait, high yield 3, beta 3 for the debuff, chemosite, mine dispersal pattern beta, call emergency artillery, and attack pattern omega 3, which will be paired up with the attack pattern theta trait to give us an extra high yield when we activate it. So we're going to have 2 back-to-back high yield 3s and 2 back-to-back torp spreads along with the call emergency artillery. Engineering here, we went with emergency power to engines for movement, oxybat for cooldown, concentrated firepower 3 of course, and the fourth station here is Psi. We went with jam targeting sensors to proc Uncon to cool down our universal consoles, and tractor beam to spit out REA torpedoes. And speaking of the traits, we went with a good day to die, hot pursuit, intelligent agent attaché, kinetic precision, the Boimler effect for cooldown, superior projectile training, self-modulating fire, Terran targeting systems, and of course unconventional systems. Starship traits, subspatial warheads, assault formation theta, ceaseless momentum, entwined tactical matrices, and the rapid emitting armaments. Space reputation, we have for crit severity, the advanced targeting systems, torpedo pre-fire sequence, precision, omega kinetic shearing, and Tyler's duality. So our DOFs, just because we're in Tribble, we're just going to make it work for what we need to do in Argala, the elite patrol that we're going to do here to show off how it does. So law for the reduction of torpedo recharge time. Our emergency con officer to help us with movement on this. Whenever we hit evasive maneuvers and hit emergency powered engines, it'll reset evasive maneuvers. The other two projectile doffs will be ones that give us crit severity upon firing projectiles, and 2 technicians for, again, the cooldown from aux to bat. So that's the build. Very standard for what I use on holodeck, but still a torp boat nonetheless. So we'll take it out into Argala and see how she does. Of course, there's going to be an elite Argala. We're going to see how fast we can get it done. For the most part, I really think that it's going to be nothing different from my standard torp builds, and that's why I said this is very interesting in terms of its boff layout, to have 2 commander tacticals and then 2 command stations. That's awesome. That's really good. I wish I could put that on all my ships, really. I've always said command is one of my favorite specializations here, especially when they first introduced it. So, all right, here we go. Taking out the USS Dumbo. I can't get over that name. I really can't. All right. Wow. The movement of this ship is... It's not like the Vorcha, but there's barely any drift on it.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
And torp fest. Bye.
You will stand down and surrender to the defensive guard.
Ooh, there goes the mines.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the assets, possibly consistent with multiple temporary hideouts.
Let's use the mobile defense net to show it off. I'm all the way zoomed out and I can barely see the whole thing. Like it's taking up the whole screen. And that does hinder your movement a bit. Take the shields down with opening salvo. Sure. Oh. There we go.
We'll send over a pacifier K's on. We have the suspect in custody now.
And there's the USS Dumbo. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm going to be calling it USS Dumbo. Because I cannot unsee it. And the thumbnail will show why. Is it a capable ship? Yes, definitely. There was no doubt. And I'm thankful, again, thanks Spencer for providing me the ship to be able to review it here. Highly recommended to those who don't care about the looks. But really, movement-wise, it doesn't move like the Vorcha, the legendary Vorcha, which stops on a dime. This is a little slower, and of course with the console, the mobile defense net, once activated, you're not moving much. So I'm pretty sure a lot of other captains can find uses for it, but recommended for the boff seating. For the looks, I can't. I'm sorry, but we'll leave the review there. There's the USS Dumbo.